Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That was corny. What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my second YouTube video, Life After Esthetician School. I am so excited to bring you guys this YouTube video. It has been a long time. I've been so excited to do another YouTube video for you guys. I know so many people had questions for me about Elaine Sterling and the school that I went to, so now I am so glad that I can update you guys on my life and everything that has happened after I graduated. I just didn't want anybody to just think that I just, fell off the face of the earth. I'm so glad we're doing this today. I am. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna catch y'all up. What has been going on for me after esthetician school? What am I doing now? Any other questions that you guys have, we're going to get those answered today. I promise y'all. We're just gonna get into a little bit of details about me. I'm a licensed esthetician in North Carolina. I am also licensed in Georgia as well. I do services back and forth from North Carolina to Georgia. I am the owner of Allure Spa Studios. And good news, you guys. Like I said, big changes have happened after I graduated esthetician school. I am recording in my new salon suite, and I am so excited to give you guys a grand tour of my suite, how it looks, kind of give you guys some more information on how I got started. I'm going to kind of dive deep and give you guys all of the tea on what's been going on in my life since I graduated esthetician school. I have been fresh out of esthetician school now for a year. So much going on after I graduated, so I was trying to get myself together so I could figure out if I wanted my own spa. I've always wanted my own suite, but sometimes you just kind of figure out if you want to get your feet wet a little bit and see if you want to work for another spa until you build your own. And that's kind of what I did for the time being. While I was in esthetician school, I was working at Sephora in Lenox Mall. Shout out to Sephora for bringing me onto the team. It was such a great experience, and I don't regret it. I learned so much working at Sephora. A little bit about me, because I never really, when I did my first YouTube video, it was strictly just an esthetician video about me being a student at Elaine Sterling. I started doing makeup when I graduated high school 12 years ago. Immediately, makeup for me was such a big thing because of prom. I wanted my makeup done for prom so bad, and I'm gonna just be real. My mom couldn't afford this, nice makeup artist where she could just come in and do my makeup and just beat my face to the gods. Like, I graduated in 2012, so of course that was so long ago. Makeup was very different from how it is now, so it's just not the same, and I didn't get a chance to have my face beat for prom. If I had it that way, I definitely would have booked a makeup artist, but that was, for me, that was so life-changing because I realized what I didn't have. And for me, that made me realize, you know what, I want to feel beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an adult. I want to feel pretty. I want to feel confident. And I started doing makeup fresh out of high school. I would do brows. I would do makeup for, just friends and family. I've been doing makeup for so long. My experience is still growing. I'm always learning new tips and tricks every day from different makeup artists, just doing my outside trainings, talking to other makeup artists, things of that nature. Currently, I work full-time remote at a position. I am for a pharmaceuticals. I work in the pharmaceuticals industry, big pharma. Yeah. Kind of been doing that for a very long time. So I work a full-time job. Like I said, I just opened my own studio, so I will drop the tour. I am recording and filming in it now, and I am so excited. I am so excited to be doing my second Life After Esthetician School. I'm so excited to be filming this within my own studios. Like, it just doesn't get any better than this. I am originally from North Carolina. I lived in Georgia for about 3 years, and it was probably the best experience I've ever experienced. Didn't have the confidence, didn't have the faith in myself to say, Chase, go ahead and do it, you can do it. And that was very, very hard for me. So I took a while before I actually enrolled into trade school. 6 years is a long time. And I just kept doing research. And when I finally moved to Atlanta, Georgia, the experience just hit me. And I found a really good school, which is Elaine Sterling, of course. I found a really good school to kind of help me get to where I wanted to be within my career as a makeup artist and as a skincare specialist. I am currently in my life, I'm just tired of working in industries that aren't fulfilling for me. I've been in the automotive industry, I've been in pharmaceuticals, and let's just be real here, I don't have my bachelor's degree, y'all. I don't. I have always been a person that has moved and worked based off experience. I did go to a community college, so I do have my associate's degree, but I've been in so many different industries, and if I can just be honest, none of those industries have fulfilled me as much as being a makeup artist has fulfilled me, especially with being a licensed esthetician now. Just being a esthetician, being a skincare specialist, being a makeup artist, being a brow tech, that is what makes me happy. That is what makes me, I feel great about waking up in the morning because I have a career that I've loved. I've been doing makeup for 12, sorry y'all, my ear itch. I have been doing makeup for 12 years. And makeup has had its ups and downs, but I have learned to be confident with my skills as a makeup artist. I have learned that practice. I've learned so many different things about my career that I've learned so much about myself, and I really appreciate where I am now. I appreciate the person I am, and I'm always still working to be better. I'm always working every day to be better than who I was yesterday. Being in my suite is surreal. I'm very OCD, so my organization has to be there. I have to be in the environment that I need to be in to thrive. So I struggle with makeup, and I actually gave up on it for a little while, and I'm so glad that I came back to it because I see, especially looking back on some of the previous clients and some of the friends and family that I did work on, I see so much effort. I practiced, I hustled, I did what I had to do. And I'm just so proud of where I am as a fully established makeup artist. I waited 8 months before launching my studio. Within the last year, I have been doing constant research about my studio, how I wanted my business to be. I honestly felt like where I am now, I was definitely ready to go ahead and launch my business. I want to tell anybody to don't just jump out there when you're ready. You know, I have everything on my tablet. My OneNote is a ton of things. Like, it's straight business, case studies. My tablet has anything you could think of. My marketing, it has everything skincare, everything brows. My tablet has everything. This was the tablet that I bought while I was in esthetician school, and it is my holy grail. Okay, if I lost this tablet today, I don't know what I would do. Literally, I don't know what I would do. I just waited until I felt like I was ready. Once I graduated esthetician school, I was still in Atlanta trying to figure things out financially. It didn't work for me financially to start a studio in Atlanta how I wanted to. You know, starting a business takes a lot. It takes a lot. I didn't have the financial assistance that I needed while I was in Atlanta to start my own studio. And I know so many people were asking me, you know, why did you move back to North Carolina? Why did you do this? I moved back to North Carolina, and it was a sacrifice that I had to make, because I really wanted my business, and I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to see myself as Chase the esthetician, Chase the makeup artist, Chase the brow tech, studying, taking training courses after I graduated school. It was just so much that I was doing in the background to prepare for today, and I'm really proud of myself and how much work it took for me to get here. I took a micro shading course, a lash course, just taking courses just to kind of advance my skill set. Like I said, within that year, I was on the ball. I was hustling, trying to do everything that I could to make sure that when I launched my business, it was going to be what I wanted. It was going to be within my vision. Everything that I do is always within my vision. It always happens that way for me. So I invested so much of my own money. I took out small loans from the bank. I had family. I can't thank my family enough for the assistance that I had for me to be able to bring my studio to life. So right now it's kind of just grind time for me. Grand opening is May 20th, and I am so excited to open, you guys. I am so excited. Okay, let's get to the main point of this video. Life after esthetician school. And I'm just going to give you guys life after esthetician school for me. I had to make that disclaimer. This is not life after esthetician school for anybody else, just for me. Let's go ahead and touch on the first topic. You don't learn everything in esthetician school. After school, you have to put in the effort to further your training, because they teach you some of the basics in aesthetics. So it's up to you to make sure that you are properly trained, make sure that you're staying consistent within your training. This is not something that you're just going to train for and, you know, you're not going to practice your techniques or go out and ask other artists for tips and tricks, take classes. You are always, as a esthetician, you are always learning every day as much as possible. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to take time to figure out how I'm gonna word it. But you always want to make sure that you're staying on top of your advanced education as an esthetician. It doesn't stop. School doesn't stop. Education does not stop as an esthetician. There are always new skincare products on the market. There are always new machines on the market. There are always new supplies, tools on the market. You want to make sure that you're understanding. You want to make sure that everything that falls under the tree of being an esthetician, that you are well educated. That is key. Number 2, launching a business can be stressful and overwhelming. I some days get very stressed out, and I get very overwhelmed. Some days I'm good for spazzing out on somebody. I'm telling y'all, I'm good for spazzing out on somebody when I get frustrated, because I got so much going on. I'm the type of person where I live in my head a lot. I live in my head. I'm always thinking about the next big thing. The good thing about it is I have learned, and I'm still learning, to cope with that. Just because running a business is stressful or it gets overwhelming at times, that doesn't mean that I don't want to run my business. That just means that I need to learn how to deal and manage that stress, because I love what I do. I've always loved what I do. And if I'm this far in, I wouldn't give up now just because things got stressful and overwhelming for me. It's a business. I don't know no business owner that's gonna tell you it's not stressful. I don't know anyone that's gonna tell you that it doesn't get overwhelming at times. Business is stressful. Understand that. Number 3, and I'm probably gonna forget after 3. Meeting new people. Meeting new people, new business owners, and new mindsets. I absolutely love to network. I love to network. I just met another esthetician. She's actually next door to me. I just met another esthetician yesterday within my suite, and it was crazy because we was like, oh my gosh, we gotta go to dinner after this. Like, we gotta go talk, catch up. Like, let me tell y'all something. The esthetician clique, the hair girls, the esthetician girls, the nail techs. Like, let me tell y'all something. I love it. I love it. It's like we all stick together, and I love it. I love networking. I love talking to people. I love marketing my business and getting my business out there. I love it, y'all. It's my hometown. I love my hometown, but my hometown is very, it's small, and sometimes when you grow up with the same people, sometimes the same people don't really like to see you get ahead in life, especially before them. So me moving out to Atlanta, Georgia was so empowering for me, because you're just surrounded by so many people that aren't from Atlanta and that are from Atlanta, but you're surrounded by so many people out there, business owners that have their own businesses, or young entrepreneurs that want to start their own businesses. You're surrounded by so many like-minded people that the drive, it's amazing out there in Atlanta. Atlanta owes me nothing, y'all. Literally, when I tell y'all, Atlanta, Georgia owes me absolutely nothing. But moving to a new city really brung that out of me. Like I said, Raleigh is very small, so I just wanted to move back and really represent for my hometown that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. It's not a competition. Nothing is a competition. You're only in competition with yourself. And moving back and showing people that, showing my peers that, showing that, you know, chasing your dreams, that's what's important to me. I always wanted to be the one, you know, the motivator out of all of my friendships. Like, hey, you can do it. Like, why are we not traveling, living this luxurious lifestyle that we want to live, giving back, helping our communities? We want to live better. I want to live better. There are things that I want to see, and I want to build a legacy for my own future family someday, for my own future husband. I want to do those things that are important to me, and I felt like moving back to my hometown and starting there, that was just so important to me to do, because there are so many people that I love and care about here that I felt like I can make a difference in my hometown more than I can make a difference in Atlanta, Georgia. But Atlanta, y'all gonna see me soon. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Let me do what I gotta do in North Carolina first, and I'm gonna be back. Okay. All right. Number 4, being patient. I had to be patient throughout this whole process, and I'm glad I was patient. I waited, and it seems like everything kind of fell into place when it was supposed to, because I found my studio the weekend of my birthday. Actually, the day after my birthday, I found my studio and I locked it in a few weeks later. I feel like I was patient, because now that I'm actually in my studio, I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. I feel like I was patient. My faith is always in God first, so I pray about everything that I do. So just be patient and everything will fall into place. Number 5, so like I said, moving back to North Carolina to start my business, starting a business in Atlanta. I'm not saying that it was hard, but financially, I just didn't want to put all that money out there. The budget that I set for myself, I stayed within the budget that I set for myself when I moved back home to North Carolina. If I was still in Atlanta, Georgia, the budget that I set for my business, I'm gonna go ahead and just be honest, I would have cashed out. I would have cashed out. And I would have been broke. I would have cashed out and I would have been broke. And I didn't want to be broke, y'all. I didn't want to be, you know, start a business and just be dead broke, because I'm cashing out on skincare, supplies, machines, tools. I didn't want to, you know, kind of cash out and be broke. So I did make that sacrifice. Raleigh, I love Raleigh. I definitely would make a home out of Raleigh. My time here permanently, though, I can say it's short. I just always have seen from my life that I've always wanted to travel. So I do think that, you know, before I do start my own family, you know, I can move around and kind of bounce from state to state to state. I just like meeting new people, and sometimes I just kind of want to be in different environments. So I'm a people watcher. I like to analyze people, talk to people. I was a psychology major. So I try to use my psychology skills on my day-to-day, and I'm just a people person. So I just feel like I can do what I can do in North Carolina, and I plan to. North Carolina will get all of me, but after I'm done, you know, doing some of the things that I wanted to do in my hometown, I do kind of want to move on, and I do see myself I do see big things happening for myself, and maybe even moving out of the country. That is kind of on my to-do list. So yeah. 6, budgeting, loans, and making sacrifices to open my dream suite. I use some of my own personal cash. I can't say when you're actually in business, and I will come out with a tutorial of how I try to keep myself together, keep my business together financially. When I set a budget for myself that I felt like would be a good budget to kind of start up, and I'm glad I did use some of my own cash. I really didn't. Grants would be nice too. Grants would be nice, but it's a lot of scams out there, y'all. So I can't say, you know, hey, just go out here and apply for a grant. Go out here and apply for a grant, but it is so important to do your research. You have to do your research. You have to do your research. You have to do your research. You will go out here and apply for a grant, and they're telling you they're trying to turn $600 into $12,000. So just do your research. Yes, grants are great to use if you're a young entrepreneur, but just do your research when starting a business. You don't want to get scammed, and even when taking out loans, you don't want to take out anything too expensive that you can't afford to pay back later, and that's gonna put you in debt. 7, making connections is so important. Making connections with other young entrepreneurs, and it really doesn't matter if they're a licensed esthetician, it doesn't matter if they're a hairstylist. You always want to make new connections as much as you can. Like I said, I just love talking to people as much as I can. I like learning from people. That's how I learn. I learn from people and their experiences. You always want to make new connections. You always want to talk to people. Get yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Market yourself. You are your brand. I am my brand. So I have to market myself as my brand. Taking advanced classes and keep yourself educated. I'm not going to keep getting too much into that. Y'all, it takes hard work. Do not commit to something that you can't do, you don't know how to do. If you don't know how to do it, practice. Take a training course on it. Take 2-3 training courses on it. Sometimes you just need to make sure that you're putting the time and effort into your craft. So don't just go out here promising clients that you can do something that you can't do. Just train yourself and stay educated as much as possible. I told y'all I was gonna forget them numbers. I told y'all. That's why I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. Research and utilize your resources. Like I said, while I was down for a year, I researched everything. I created my protocols for my my facials. I created my website. I created my scheduling app. So just because I actually wasn't in business, I had created everything that I needed as if I was running a business. So now with me actually getting ready to open, I can just go ahead and just start doing my services. So I kind of made sure I did everything and that I had everything to be able to thrive when it was time for me to open. Also, lastly, become organized. Even if you aren't licensed now, plan every detail of your business out. However you want it, however you see it. Your vision board. Use a vision board, however you see your business in your mind, or if you don't see it just yet, plan everything out. Write everything down. Every thought that you have, write it down for your business. And even if it's not something that you want to do now, it could possibly be something that you will want to do later. Business plans. Create a business plan. I have probably about 4 business plans and I still use all 4 business plans. Create a business plan. Also create a solid marketing plan. You want to know how you're going to market your services, who you're going to market to, your location, things of that nature. You also want to make sure you have an ideal financial plan. That is important with starting your business. Make sure you have an ideal financial plan and a budget that you're going to set for yourself, and what you feel like you need in order for you to be successful in your business for that budget. Document. Write everything down. Log everything. record everything. I write everything down. I record everything. I put it down. I put it down on paper. I put it down on my tablet. I put it down on my agenda. I put it down everywhere. Make sure you are recording, recording everything that you do for your business. And also, lastly, taxes. Taxes is also important. You also want to make sure that you are educating yourself on taxes and how much you're actually paying yourself, and putting out for state taxes and federal taxes. Taxes is important. So make sure that you research tax information. Make sure you have if you have an accountant, CPA, if you have somebody on hand that you can ask tax questions to, please ask. I have my mom. I've also researched myself, so I learned a lot about taxes and how to, you know, make sure I'm paying myself and paying all of my taxes at the end of the day. 401k accounts that I have, any type of self-employment accounts, I always make sure that I'm paying those on the back end after taxes. But my mom handles everything. My mom she has her degree. I've watched her punch numbers since 21. So my mom does all of my information, and thank God. I'm very, very excited for that. And I'm happy that she is here to help me. Okay, and I am not going to make this video too long, but I do just want to give you guys some advice. I wish somebody kind of gave me some of these advice. Some people did kind of give me some tips. Some advice that I have for new estheticians or upcoming estheticians. Keep going. Always keep going. Don't let anybody get in the way of your vision. Keep going. Also, practice. You want to practice as much as you can on your craft. Practice. That practice is going to always make you better. It's going to make you better. It doesn't make you better than anyone else, but practice makes your work better, and it brings new clientele through the door when they see your effort. Staying confident is a big one. As an esthetician, you want to make sure you're staying confident. When you're staying confident, you're showing to the world that you're confident in what you're doing, the services that you're offering, and you're confident as being an esthetician. You have to be confident in being an esthetician. If you set a budget for yourself, stay within that budget. Please do not be in a rush to just throw money into your esthetician business. Please do not do that. I even wrote down a list of things. Thank God it was nowhere near over 10. It wasn't even over 6. I wrote down a list of things that I kind of felt like I wasted money on, and they were just small items. They weren't anything big, but I do feel like some of the things that I did kind of waste money on when starting up my studio, but it wasn't anything like over $500. That's like, oh my God, that's expensive. Just things that I could probably sell on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm thankful for that. Stay within your budget. Please stay within your budget. Keep yourself educated at all times and be willing to learn. I think that be willing to learn is important. And y'all know this. I'm telling y'all to stay educated throughout this whole video. Yeah. Y'all get the point. Be willing to learn. Be willing to learn. Be willing to learn and be open to criticism. Everybody is not going to like your work. Everybody is not going to like your work. Be open to criticism and don't take everything seriously. Do not take everything seriously. Don't let this job stress you out. I can't say that it's not. I cannot say that it's not. But be open to criticism. Be willing to learn, and don't let other people stress you out because you feel like you can't meet their needs. You're just not going to be able to meet everybody's needs. Post your work. Post your work. Post your work. You see this? That's my work. It's my work. I'm actually kind of proud. Oh, girl, you did that. Oh, you did. I did do that. I might gotta take some pictures later. I did that. Post your work. Girl, post and browse. I don't care how bad they look. Post and browse. Please post and browse. Post your work. Post your makeup. Post your facial. Post your brows. Post your waxing content. Post your work. Okay? Post your work. Market your business. Just like post your work, market your business. Market your business. Put yourself out there. Do not be afraid to talk to other people. Do not be afraid to talk to other people. Market your work. Market your work. Please market your work. Market your work. You are your brand, and if you are your brand, you really want to make sure that you are marketing consistently. I probably will have a YouTube tutorial where I kind of walk you guys through about how I market my content. That may come later, but please market. I am so excited to market my business, y'all. When I tell y'all, I'm probably gonna be the girl standing outside on the corner with a whole sign saying, hey, Allure Spa Studios, come here, come here. That's gonna be me. Market your business. Put effort into your business. Always put effort into your business. Put as much effort as you can into your business. This isn't a competition. Don't compare yourself. This is not a competition. You're not working every day to be better than the next girl. You're not working every day to be better than the next guy. You're not working every day to be better than anybody but yourself. You are not in competition with anybody. Please do not feel like you're in competition with anybody. I used to hear this, I think back in like middle or elementary school, I think, but there is always a client for someone. Not every esthetician can service every client. It's not possible. It's too many of us in the world for us to service every client. So understand that you're not in competition and that your clients are your clients. Pay attention to how you can better yourself every day, not be in competition with someone else. I'm telling you, that is the worst way to live, to being in competition with somebody else, because you'll never feel fulfilled. You will never. I'm a perfectionist within myself. If I'm not doing something right, I'm gonna be hard on myself all the time until I get it right. So you just want to make sure that you put effort into your business and what you're doing, and that you don't see competition with other estheticians, other hairstylists, other nail techs. It doesn't have to be that, y'all. We all glowing and growing every single day. So just make sure you're not seeing competition with other people. And lastly, invest in yourself, y'all. The best thing I ever did was invest in myself. Truthfully, I started my own makeup line in 2018. I was working towards my makeup line in 20. This was supposed to be the moment where I'm advertising my makeup line. Y'all, Allure Foundations, follow me on Instagram. I am wearing my foundation right now. I can't even believe I went this whole video without shouting out my makeup line. Working towards a makeup line, sometimes I'd be so shocked that I actually started something and I was consistent with it. I wasn't consistent in marketing and selling as much as I should have been, and I do plan to do that a little bit more now that I have my studio. But having a makeup line that young was so important to me, and I'm so blessed to have started a makeup line in my early 20s and to now see myself within my own studio and a licensed esthetician. It just seems like I'm always gravitating towards greatness every single day, and it just feels like such a big blessing, you guys. See, I just be running behind. I ain't even seeing my intake forms. I got an appointment today. Y'all, I'm just trash. Y'all, that was my second video. I'm proud because I can't tell y'all enough. When I tell y'all I am so shy to speak on camera, it's not even funny. I'm very shy to speak on camera. I'm so excited to bring you guys what life was like for me after esthetician school. If you watch this video, if you have any questions, I will drop everything in my description below. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I know a lot of people have reached out to me in my Instagram DMs on my business page regarding Elaine Sterling Institute, and I'm so thankful to hear from you guys. Let me say something. I will carry on a conversation. Now, it take me a while to get back to you and respond. I'm not gonna lie. I be having so much going on. I probably will respond 2 to 3 days, but normally I do respond. When somebody has a question for me, I do like to help any way that I can. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a day in the life esthetician video about how life was for me after I graduated aesthetic school. And I am excited. Just stay tuned. I am going to do a room tour video. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, and stay safe and stay beautiful.